ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्ति भेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सह वीर्यं करवावहै।
सह वीर्यं करवावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं।
आसेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीं अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्।
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः।
यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
until now, what we have seen, Krishna want to convince Arjuna to fight also. At the same time, Krishna would like to remove Arjuna's sorrow. So he taught Arjuna the real nature of consciousness, the real nature of ours. So he says, at the Atma, at the level of consciousness, we need not to sorrow, because our real nature, our real Swarupa is consciousness, and being consciousness, no death, even no birth, so no sorrow. And if you kill Bhishma, Drona, anything, Bhishma, Drona's body will go, but not Bhishma, Drona's real nature. So at this level also, Yudhyasva means may you fight, and at the same time, na shochami, na shochati. You need not to sorrow. He tries, even Krishna tries to convince Arjuna at the level of Jivatma. He says, if you are not understanding our real nature, but still we all are Jivatma, and being Jivatma, it doesn't have any death, because Jivatma travels from one body to another body. So Jivatma never dies. And if Jivatma never dies, then Bhishma Drona's body will go. The contained inside the Bhishma Drona body, that Jivatma won't die. So Yudhyasva, again may you fight, and at the same time you need not to sorrow. Third level, Krishna convince our Arjuna. He says, even at the level of dharma, and here dharma is even at the level of your duty, your responsibility, being Kshatriya, you have to fight, because all Kshatriya always wait for righteous war. If this righteous war come, then they are happy. So Svargadwaram apavritam. If you die, then Svargadwara, you will get Svarga, and if you are alive, then you will get the throne, and you become a prince. So at this level also, you fight. And here he discuss also Bhishma and Drona. Even they all are elderly people. We do have respect a lot for them, but still they are giving side to Duryodhana. And if they are giving side, and they are in the side of Duryodhana, and Duryodhana is not Dharmika. So indirectly, Bhishma and Drona is also a Dharmika. So you, being Kshatriya, you need not to move, to shake, even to give punishment like Bhishma and Drona. So at these three levels, Krishna's convinced Arjuna. Now, already on fourth side, that we are seeing, if Arjuna says, I am not interested in Atma, even I am not interested in Jivatma, even now I am Kshatriya, I don't like to remain as a Kshatriya, I will go back to Rishikesh, I will become sadhu, I don't want to fight. Then this last argument, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, he says, even you see your status, you know to whom you are your embodiment of value. You have him in society, people are giving importance. So at that level also, you have to fight. And if won't fight, then what will happen to you? What people will tell you, this is discussing in this verses Krishna. So we are there. So this from where we are seeing, we were seeing, but still again. Akirting chapi, 1 minute. Akirting chapi bhutani kathayishyanti te vyayam Sambhavitasya cha kirtihi maranadatirichyate. We have seen this verse. So Krishna says to Arjuna, akirti, defaming. Who will tell? Bhutani kathayishyanti. All human being will tell your story, not as a hero, not as a warrior, but they will tell about you what? Your akirti, which they defame you. In which way? Arjuna was a warrior, Arjuna was a kshatriya. Even being kshatriya, he didn't fight. He just ran away from the battlefield. It's called akirti. And that akirti will be unending. If Arjuna won't fight, he says, I won't fight. If really he just ran away from the battlefield, then what we were discussing right now, we must have been discussing being Arjuna, even being warrior, he just ran away. So this is also again akirti only, no? Right now also. It's called avyayam. So years and years will go, but people will remember you like what? Arjuna, who is run away. That's remembering people you, not your warrior. It's called avyayam kirtim bhutani kathishyanti. And if really a person is the personification of values, and such person get such defaming, then for that person, they think death is better than this defaming. Because there are many people, even Dashratha dies because of what? They thought, because of my promise, Rama has to go. That's why he passed away. The meaning of Sambhavitasya is one who is honored in the society. In society, they give respect. There are many persons in our society, we always give respect. It's in Sanskrit, it's called Sambhavita. For such person, if somebody is akirti, if somebody is defaming that, then they would like to die. They prefer death compared to live. So he says, now you think you will go back to Rishikesh and you will do sadhana, but I will tell you, when you will hear you're defaming, you would like to die because you know who you are. People never think you are so compassionate, you are so loving, you are caring. That's why you are not killing, but they will talk, you run away. Because of fear, out of mere fear, you are run away. That talks will start. And I always used to say, people would love such talking. They never say more good about another person. If some is gossip, and it will go more and more. I would like to, share one story. Not Arjuna, but you must have heard the name of Birbal and Akbar. So once Birbal was telling to Akbar, whatever you have decided need not to expose in your assembly, even you need not to expose, to share with many people, because it doesn't mean what you have conveyed, same will go to another person. It may be come up with something big, what you have not tell, they will tell. Akbar says, I am not agree with you. So Birbal says, I will bet with you, I will prove. Something small thing, give something big. And then Akbar forgot this discussion. So after 1 week, when Birbal got up in his house, and he says, I have stomach pain. He said to his wife, and he says, I have stomach pain. Said, his wife asks, why you have stomach pain? Then he says, I don't like to share with you. It is not good to share. Then his wife says, I'm your wife, you have to share. Because we are husband-wife. I never tell to anyone. Then slowly, Birbal told to his wife, he says, today when I went to toilet, there is one feather of crow has come out. That's why I have stomachache. Feather of crow. You know what is crow nowadays? Crow. So he says, how it can possible? His wife says, but still he says, what can I do? Birbal says. His wife says, please take rest. Let me go. And I would like to buy some vegetables. That's why I'm just coming quickly. Then she went to market. And all another ladies, they are also purchasing something vegetables. And she says, please give me first preference. Please give me first preference. I would go fast to my home. Then all her friends ask, why would like to go fast? He says, it is something I would not like to share. Wife says, Birbal, then we all are friends, no? Why are you not sharing with us? Then she says, please don't tell to anyone, only because you are my close friends. That's why I'm sharing. Then she says, okay, they've promised her, we won't tell to anyone. Then she says to their friends, today Birbal, when he went for toilet, then he found 2 feathers, not one, but she says 2 feathers of crow. Then says, please go back home. It is very serious. Then she went back to her home. And when in the evening, one messenger, some servant from Akbar came to Birbal's house and he says, Akbar would like to see you right now. Then he says, I'm not okay. How can I come? Then he says, this is his order. You please come to assembly. Then Birbal went. And Akbar asked, what happened to you? Then Birbal said, nothing. Nothing has happened. Then he says, are you okay? Then Birbal says, yes, I am okay. Then Birbal asks, why are you asking so much question? Then he says, I heard. Akbar says, I heard today when you went to toilet, whole crow comes out. So from one feather, that crow can come. It's called, people goes on and on and on and on. It's called avyayam. It is even only one day. If this is a 5,000 years gap, so what we can add in this masala, That's why Krishna says, Sambhavitasya, one who is a respected, honored person in the society, for such person, akirtim, compared to this defaming, they prefer maranam, they prefer death, they would like to die. That's why you are also sambhavitaha, you are honored in our society, and if you have to face such defaming, then what happened to you? So please do you fight. That we have seen. And Bhagavan says, in this verse, he says, what people will start to think about you. Then in this verse, he says in 35th, Bhayat ranam uparatam mansyante tvam maharathaha yeshanchatvam bahumataha bhutva yasyasi laghavam. We were here. He says, Maharathaha. The meaning of Maharathaha, we have seen, are great warriors who can fight. If one Maharathi is there and there are thousands people in front of him, then he can fight alone. Such person is called Maharathi, and these are plural. So these all great warriors, Tvam, the meaning of Tvam means you. Mamsyante, they will consider you. Maharatha, such great warriors, consider you. What they will consider? Here it says, Bhayat, Ranat, Uparatam. The meaning of Bhayat, Ranat, Uparatam, it says, you run away from the battlefield. Here Ranat means battlefield. Uparatam means you retreat. You just backstep. From why you have backstep from battlefield? Bhayat, because of fear. Not because of compassion. They never talk. They say because of fear. Maharatha will consider you. You are retreat. You run away from the battlefield. Only sheer fear. Nothing else. And you are a such person, we will see later, but he says, Yeshan chat tvam bahumataha. They consider you, Yesham means for such people, tvam means you, they have high esteem. Arjuna is not a small person. He says bahumataha means they have very high esteem for you. But when you want fight, then yasyasi, you will get it. What you will get it? So there's lagava. There is a one word in Sanskritam, lagu. You know what is the meaning of lagu? Small, small. It is from lagu, it becomes lagava. You will get low esteem, small esteem. Lagu means small, but here low esteem. You might have heard the name of Raghu. One whose ancestor is Raghu, it's called Raghava. So another name of Rama, because Rama is a son. I think his grandfather is called Raghava. Same way, Lagu, Laghava. So he says, Arjun, you will get, this is future tense. All Krishna is talking about future tense. He says, Laghava, your high esteem will convert into low esteem. Because if you want fight, now we will see what I have written inside. I have written Anvaya. It says, Maharathaha Tvam Bhayat Ranat Uparamam Mansyante. The meaning of Maharatha means great warriors. And who will come under great warriors? Karna, Duryodhan, Aswathama, Krupa, many, even Bhishma, Drona, all. They know how your expertise in archery, how you are powerful in battlefield. They think if somebody says Arjuna is in battlefield, without knowing some people, they try to run away because he's strong warrior. So they all think you are mansyante, they think you are very great person. But if you run away from battlefield, then what they will think? He says, Bhayat Ranat Uparamam. They consider, Uparamam means they retreat. Arjuna retreats, otherwise he just run away. Where? From where? Ranat. The meaning of Ranat is from battlefield. But why? So it says Bhayat. Because of fear. And fear of what? Duryodhana will kill me. Karna will kill me. So all people can kill me. Such thinking, your opposite party will start. Otherwise, a person like Arjuna, they never run away. So they will start talking. Arjuna, next verses will come. they will start talking, why Arjuna ran away? Because Arjuna was afraid of Karna. Arjuna is afraid of Duryodhana. Even Arjuna was afraid of Bhishma, Drona. He thought we may not victorious. That's why he ran away. Such talk, it's called Bhayat. They will start. Bhayat means they think like that. Arjuna is such fear. That's why he retreat. That's why he ran away. And Bhagavan says, Yeshancha, a people, this Maharataha, for those people, Mam Bahumataha, they have very high esteem. They think you are very great person. And it's true, Arjuna was great. But when you will run away, then what will happen? Lagavam yasyasi. You will get low esteem. No people will consider, they never think you are compassionate, but they think you are very, very fearful person. You are afraid of all war. Lagavam yasyasi. And if you notice in our society, in general, what people's mind, even our family also, if we are cooking every day very nice, all ladies, if they are preparing nice food every day in our home, nobody will appreciate. But sometimes, by some mistake, if we forget to put salt, something, then while eating, they say, today there is no salt, But they never praise, but it's some mistake, they always tell. Same way, if Arjuna is so much powerful, they never take. But if some small, they have made mistake, they will start talking. This is the normal people thinking. They always think like that. That's why they say, Lagavam yasyasi. So what to do? What is then Bhagavan says, more what they will do, it is given here. Avacyavadanshcha bahun vadashyanti tavahitaha nindantastav samarthyam tato dukkhatarannu kim. Here it says tavahitaha. Here not tavahitaha, but tava ahitaha. The meaning of hita means well-wishers. But here one akara is there. So one who are not your well-wishers. It's called ahitaha. Your, and in short, enemies. One who are not your well-wishers, vadishyanti. They will tell. What they will tell? Avachya vadan. The meaning of vada means word, sentence. And avachya means even we can't speak, even we can't utter. It's called avachya. The meaning of vachya means which is good to utter, which is good to speak. But when a is a totally opposite, avachya, which is not good to utter. Such words, not one, bahun, many such words, many sentence, tava means your, ahitaha, your enemies, will speak, will tell. And what they will do more, they say, nindantaha tava samarthyam. What are they? It says, nindantaha, are people who would belittling you. And what? Your courage, your braveness, what they will do? Nindantaha. They will always, what they will do? They criticize. The meaning of nindantaha is criticize. Your prowess, your courage. And a person like your cadre, this is dukkataram nutkim. What is the more painful than this? Pujya Swamiji used to say, one had, if Devadattaha, there is a three person. One is Devdattaha, another is Yagnadattaha, and another someone is one Dattaha, Guru Dattaha, let's say. One is Guru Dattaha. And Swamiji says, all are standing opposite me. So I cannot see their face, but I can see their back, not their faces. They are standing like this. If I ask, where is the another's name? Suppose he says, where is Raghava? Suppose Swamiji asks, so no one will turn back, because nobody is Raghava, because all they have different names. But Puja Swamiji says, if I ask, where is that foolish person? Then everybody will turn. Why everybody will turn? He says, they have some thinking, I may be. But for Arjuna, people like Arjuna, he never thinks, I have done any wrong thing. And for such person, if some person has told some words, bad words for me, then what will happen to him? That's why he says, a common people, if you torture, if you criticize, they never feel, they are hurt. But a person like Arjuna, so he says, Avacyavadans, this is a very, very challenging word. And another is Nindantaha tava samarthyam. What they will do, they always criticize your bravery, your courage, and this is the more painful. And now we will see what's real meaning. But this is the meaning. But I have done the Anvaya, and Anvaya is Tava samarthyam nindantaha. There are people, Tava means your samarthyam, your capacity, your bravery, that nindantaha, they criticize, plus Tava ahitaha, your enemies, bahun, many, avacyavadans vadishyanti, they will tell very bad words, avachya vadishyanti, tataha dukkhataram nukim. In our Gujarati, there is one idiom, I don't know, but they say, if you slap one person, that person doesn't feel much hurted. But if you criticize in publicly, they hurt more, because they think they have, whatever my position, they try to show me I'm very lowly person. That is more painful compared to one slap on our cheek. So always people hurt not by fighting, but more or less people are hurt by always somebody says something to others. Even years and years ago, people never forget whatever told to me, because it is more painful. That's why he says, all people, your enemy, they will tell bad words for you, and not one. Bahun means many, many, many. And a person like you, tataha, what is more painful? Dukkhataram means what's more painful compared to your criticize. And what they can think, it is, I have written, when Arjuna will say, I won't fight, then Yudhishthir says, if Arjuna won't fight, I won't also fight. Then Bhima, then slowly, Duryodhana will win whole battlefield without even fighting. And always when he will win, then he will announce. And what he will announce? Arjuna ran away, and then I will win. And why Arjuna is run away? Then he says, because he has doubt of his own capacity. Such words he starts speaking, That's why he says, Tava samarthyam means your bravery, your prowess, nindantaha. They always belittle or criticize. And one I have heard this, why he's run away, So he says, when he's incognito, in 12 years, they are sending them in forest. And 1 year, he all lived incognito in that Virat Nagar city. That time, Arjuna, you know what he became? What he was during this 1 year? He was eunuch, Brahannalla. And he used to teach that Uttara. So he says, this 1 year eunuch is still continue. Because now he doesn't want to fight. That's why he's still what? Still, such avacyavadans. This is still good. They can go and go and go anytime. So such they will lost. And even Puja Swamiji has written in his Gita home study, there are, many small recruits. They all are standing in front of army. They are all paid. They used to say, when I looked at Arjuna, and he just ran away. Because I am so brave. And Arjuna is not that much, he is brave. So having looked at me, he just ran away. Then another person says, I told him, get out from here. You are not deserved for a war. Then he ran away. Such person, he is not even, their wife knows what is that capacity. Even such person starts telling for Arjuna. It's called Tava Samarthyam Nendantaha. Then people can go and go, And Tava Ahitaha, who are not your well-wishers, Bahun Avacyavadan Svadishyanti, unutterable thing they will tell. And such person, what is more painful? I have, according to Puja Swamiji, he says, if nowadays, if Mahabharata war could be happen, then what Arjuna will do? Then he will call all press conference, all media person. And he starts telling to each and every media person, Arjuna runs away. Along with Arjuna, whole army ran away. Why? Because we are more capable. We are more powerful. And if media person, such thing will go in media person, then it will be publicly published. I think they have their own style of them. We don't, at that time, maybe no media person, but something must be there, no? So they will start Avacyavadans, and we don't know where it will reach. And more humiliation you will get. Tata dukkha tarannuki, that it says, Tataha, then that, no, him, more painful. Compared to this, there is no other thing is painful. So better, what do you do? Then this is, he says, this is final. This is the last argument is done by our Krishna. It's what he says. Hato va prapsyasi svargam jitva va bhokshase mahim tasmaduttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krita nishchayah. Last he says, Hataha. This is one clause. This is another clause. He says, for army person, for a kshatriya, only two possibilities are there. At that time, either hataha or jitaha. Hataha means killing. And if you will win means jitva. He says, if you will kill hataha, svargam prapyasi, you will get a heaven. Even not heaven, Puja Swamiji used to say, always you tell Swarga. This is not that Swarga. The Swarga is written in Bible is different, but here Swarga is different. Because in Bible they say Swargam, they never come back. But our Swarga is like a, small holidays. If you go, you can enjoy, and then we have to come back. The Swarga is if one who has punya, they can go to Swarga, either as a Kshatriya, either as a Upasaka, or as a Karma Yogi, even as a Vedanti. If you didn't get in this life moksha, then we have to go. So he says, Hataha, if you are killed, Va means or. Hataha, if you killed, Swargam prapyasi. What you will get heaven. And if you are not killed, if you are been jitva, having conquered, having been victorious, what will happen? Mahim means earth, Mother Earth. He says, you will get earth. In short, you will be a king. And Bhaksha said, you will enjoy the earth. So if you are killed, you will get Swarga. And if you are alive, then you will get, and if you are alive and you will win, then Mahim Bhaksha said, you will get what? You will get earth. So both way, you have, sweet. In Gujarati also, we say, in both have, you have laddu. If you eat from right hand, still laddu. If you have left hand, still laddu. Same way, being Kshatriya, if you are killed, you laddu, you will go to Swarga. And if you are alive and you will win, then you will get whole earth and you will enjoy. So why you are worried? That's why he says, Tasmat, for all this reason. So he started from 11th verse of 2nd chapter. Tasmat, he tried to convince more and more at Atma level, at a Jivatma level, at a Dharmic level. Now, at a common people's eye level, he says, Tasmad Uttishta. Even just now I remember, it is just coming in my mind, Hataha. If we know we are only Atma, we are consciousness, so we think body will Hataha, not me, no problem. Even at Jivatma level, if we are killed, then he says this body will go. As a Jivatma, I never kill. If as a Dharmic level, if he thinks I am going to kill, then no problem, Swarga will come. And even at local people eye. So there are 4 levels. At every level, he will get Swarga, no doubt. And if he win, then what will happen? You will get your kingdom. That's why, this is Tasmad, when we are learning whole mathematics. At that time, we have to prove this is all theorem. At last, we have to Tasmad, therefore. It is in Sanskritam, it's called Tasmad, therefore. Having seen all pros and cons, Tasmad, Kaunteya, Uttishta. Get up. The meaning of Uttishta means, oh, Kaunteya. The meaning of Kaunteya, the son of Kunti. So, O son of Kunti, get up, and what you have to do? Yudhaya. For the war, you become a resolved. You should have firm resolved. Now, I will fight. I never say I won't fight. And if Arjuna will prepare, is ready, then what will happen? So I did try it, but I would like to show you one thing. He says here, Atova. This is little, tomorrow we will see. But Bhagavan he says, this is the starting of Karma Yoga. what he says, Same Krutva. The meaning of Same Krutva means you keep your mind balanced. Samaha means balance. Krutva, having done. Balanced mind, where? So he says, Bhagavan says, at 3 levels. Sukhe dukhe, labha labho, jaya jayo. The meaning of sukhe dukhe means in pleasure and pain, same krutva. You keep your mind balanced. Labh, here alabha. Sometimes you gain, you have profit, and sometimes you lost. So in profit and lost also, same krutva. Your mind should not be disturbed. Same krutva means your mind should be balanced. You should not disturb at pleasure, at pain, even profit and lost, even jaya, ajaya. Jaya means victory, and ajaya means you lost in war. In every level. So I would say this sukhe dukhe is at mental level. Mind. Always pleasure and pain is at the mind level. I have profit, I have lost. It's always at intellect level. Sometimes always we are counting. If I do like this, so always this is at buddhi, means intellect level. And body, jaya and ajaya. If victory is there, I become a king. So this king is physical body. But at every level, our mind, what should be? Same krutva. Even here is given only 3, but it says there are 3 things. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it says there are Shad Urmi. Shad Urmi means 6 problems in our body. Shad means 6. At body level, Janma Mrityu. I just like Ja and Mrityu. At prana level, it says hunger, thirst. At mind level, pleasure, pain. Always either pleasure or pain. At mind level, means intellect level, hurt and guilt. Somebody is hurt and guilt. And even last, if you know some Taittiriya Upanishad, it's called Anandamaya Kosha. So at even Anandamaya Kosha, we need happiness. If from outside, it's also a problem. Because outside, a degree of happiness is always change. So at all level, this modification will come, but all level, our mind should be Samekruta. If we can keep balance, then whatever challenge will come, we never change. We never steps back. That's why Bhagavan says, Samekrutva. This is the very beautiful word, Samekrutva. We will see tomorrow. That's why Bhagavan says, Yudhaya, Yujyasva. You please join this war. And if you will join, then Papam na avapsyasi. You never get papa. Being, if you fight, you never get fighter. Even Bhishma Drona will, who kill, still papam na avapsyasi. You never get papa. But why he will never get papa? Tomorrow we will see in detail. Any question? Let's stop. Then 1 minute. Unmute. On.
Swamiji, I have. Can I ask a question, Swamiji?
Yeah, please.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Shalini.
My question is, when you say going to Swarga, does the Sukshma Sharira goes to Swarga? Is that right?
Yeah. But we don't know they have physical body, but which type of physical body? That I have no idea because I didn't go. If I go, I didn't remember.
No, but like as per Shastra,
Yeah.
our body, like the physical body drops and our mind and intellect complex will
Yeah.
go to Svarga.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, correct.
And when we say this Svarga, what does it mean? Does it occupy, is it like a particular place? Or it is just, where is it? Is it like just the feeling in your mind itself and intellect is in bliss? Or is it like occupies a particular space, time, situation?
Have you heard the name Shraddha? You have
Yes.
Shraddha. And have you heard the name of Pramanam, means of knowledge, from Puja Swamiji's book somewhere? Pramanam. So what is the meaning of Pramanam, you know? Our eye is Pramanam to see our forms.
Yes.
Our eye is a pramanam to see a form. Our ears, eye pramanam means of knowledge to hear our words. So all are called pramanam. We never doubt on our eye whether this is black and white. If this is black, then black only. We never doubt what we have heard. What we have heard, if you confirm this is somebody's voice, then I never doubt. So all touch, 5 sense organs, no? They all are called pramana. And what they say is always right. It's called Shraddha in our mind. Is it clear? Same way. Shastra says, even our Puja Swamiji, they say, when we have such Shraddha in our Veda, whatever is given in Veda is 100% true. It's called Shraddha. We cannot verify also sometimes. But still, if you have Shraddha, it's given in Shastra. It's given in Veda. So it never be wrong. It's always be correct only. So in our Veda, it's given, Svarga is there. Like we used to say, there are 7 up lokaha. This Prithvi lokaha, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapat, Satyam. It's a total 7 lokas. And the meaning of loka, you know, where we can have experience. We can experience something, it's called lokaha. Lokyate iti lokaha. So if we go to Svarga, because I have 100% truth, there must be Svarga, because it's given in Shastra, in Veda. There must be Svarga. And if they would like to enjoy in that Svarga Loka, because they have to experience something, no? Then they must have both Sharira, Sthula and Sukshma. But it doesn't mean what we have. Understood? Shalini ji, she is freeze. All are freeze. Can you hear me? Can you?
Swamiji?
Swamiji, you're muted.
Yeah, the last 1.5 minutes, I couldn't hear anything.
Swamiji, you're muted, Swamiji.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the last 2 minutes, we couldn't hear you.
So what I'm telling, Lokaha, the meaning of Lokaha means to experience. Here Prithvi Lokaha, we are experiencing something, no? Whatever. That's why it's called Lokaha, Prithvi Lokaha. Same way, there is a Swarga Lokaha. So there also people are there, some jivatmas are there. They are experiencing something. To experience something, they have two bodies. They must have subtle body and physical body. But which type of physical body, that we can't explain, because we don't know. But I would always like to tell, here also, right now, in front of us, always, there are different type of waves and waves of different channels of TV. But when it is being lined, it's what we say, it is, if we have ZTV, Star Plus, many type of serial. But without TV, without communication, we can't see the serial.
Yes.
Same way, there should be wavelength should be matched. Without wavelength, if Swarga is here, we can't say this is Swarga. This is my theory. It is not all are here. But wavelengths are different. Bodies are different.
Yeah. So as per what we can think logically and we can analyze, meaning the physical body drops and we still have that mind and intellect is needed for us to experience this Swarga. And so it could be, yes, we only know Earth. So just like how we don't know what's there in the other planets or anything.
We must have, I used to say we must have experience, but right now we don't. Everything is.
Yes. So probably when we die, I mean, when the physical body passes, we may go to another planet or something, we don't know, where we experience this kind of thing. And then we may not even come back to Earth. We may go to some other planet or something. We don't. So our sense organs can also change depending on our, I guess it's I'm just imagining.
That's why I used to say, don't give too much importance to this life period. So this is very short. Another thing is too big.
But we cannot take life too seriously because it is too serious.
But I would like to say, we can do our duty religiously, but it doesn't make whatever all wish can be fulfilled. But what we do, we can do properly. But at the same time, we should not have something, in our mind, burden. I cannot do this. Enjoy the life. We do our best, but we cannot expect best every time.
Because the whole system itself, even if we say duty, like say if you say job, also even there, the laws and regulations of the place, country, wherever we live may not be right all the time. So it is not a perfect world. So we can only do our part, and we still just take as much as we can and balance our mind. That's it. It's very hard.
It's good.
It's hard. I mean, it's nice to think, because thank you, Swamiji. Thank you so much.
Shall we do Purnamada? Yeah. Let me do unmute all.
Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Guru Kyo Namaha. Harihi Om.